Hey guys, Hakase here. Welcome back to the BFA Alpha. In this video, I would first like to discuss the changes that have happened since Legion. Overall the classes pretty much. And the thing is that in Legion, Blizzard tried to give everyone everything, or at least they try to give everyone a lot of things. Most classes had most tools, and if anyone lacked anything, it wouldn't be a complete lack, first of all, and second of all, they would just be, it would only be one thing that they would be lacking. Actually, that bird is kind of annoying, so I'm going to move back inside. So this, basically the idea is that everyone had, burst AoE, sustained AoE, burst single target, sustained single target, to a degree, right? Some were better, some were worse, but everyone had everything, and even more than that, as I already said, everyone had a lot of things. Not only did you have your talents, but you also had legendaries, which were pretty much extra talents, and you had a ton of artifact traits. Now, artifact traits, if you think about it, 99% of them are completely passive, as I said before. And even though they seem like they're gameplay enhancers, really, they're not things that change your gameplay in any way. You're not gonna change the spells you cast or the buttons you press. You may see a change in the the damage numbers popping up and the damage sources, but they're just percentage increases, which are slightly better designed, slightly more entertaining damage increases. But the reality is, most of them are completely passive. Besides like the concordance buff, it's pretty much all passive. It's pretty much all just percentages. Yeah, pretty much. So when people say that, oh, we've lost the artifact and we've gained some shitty traits on the azeroth gear, I find that kind of unfair to say, because again, I find that most artifact traits are passive. And for example, these traits here, this gives me an intellect buff every other soul shard that my agony generates. An intellect buff is a much less passive thing than, although in reality it's still pretty passive. But at least it's something I can react to, it's something I can stack with other things. In reality it probably won't be possible here, but I don't think it's fair to say that this system makes the gameplay any less deep than it used to be. Now, yes, we're missing legendaries, but here's the thing, right? With all the amounts of things that we could do and all the different sources of damage that we had, there was very little space to add anything. So if you look at the tier sets, especially in Antoros, you will see that they are also not game changers. They don't change the way you play, most of them, in any way. You just do you cast the exact same spells, you use the exact same abilities, and they just do more damage, They don't change your gameplay in any way, as tier sets used to do historically. So, yes, the game seemed like it was more, but at the same time it was actually less, as cheesy as that may sound. Now, with the changes of the kind of slowing down the pace of the game that Blizzard has done for BFA, with the changes to the GCDs and changes to many spells and classes, really the game feels, you could say, slower, but in reality it's only slower on your keyboard, but it's actually faster in your mind, because now you have to make decisions more, I would say, than you used to before. At least that's how I feel. But anyway, guys, I'd like to get into the Warlock and pretty much what I've been doing these past few days that I haven't uploaded any videos. So I wanted to give you guys a better perspective of how the Warlock is doing at the moment on the BFA Alpha or Beta. And for that, I wanted to get to max level basically and get some gear and get into heroics or mythics. So I've been busy leveling besides all the other shit that I have to do in life. And I ran a bunch of heroics to get a bit of gear, so I could do comparable damage to other people, because I think this is around where most of the people are at, who are doing heroics at the moment. they're somewhere between the minimum item level requirement, which is 305 for heroics, and you know, the fully heroic fleshed out gear, which would be 325, because heroic pieces are 325 item level, like this here, or that, except this one is a world quest item, so never mind. Like this one here, 325 item level. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a better perspective as to what changes have occurred since, you know, since my last video. Really, the changes aren't big, but they kind of lock you into one of the playstyles I explored in one of my earlier videos, and that is not with Vile Taint. I mean, sure, you could run Vile Taint if you want. Be my guest. It might be even numerically superior, but I don't think so. I obviously haven't done any calculations or anything like that. I wouldn't be bothered to do that in a game which changes so much so fast. But I feel like right now the best thing is just to go back a few iterations of my ideas with talents and go back to the point where I was putting out dots on everything and then trying to put out unstable afflictions on as many targets as possible for that contagion damage. So the changes that have happened, even though it's pretty much just reordering things, right? We used to have Nightfall over here, Shadow Embrace was there, Deathbolt was here. Basically, Shadow Embrace and Deathbolt were on the same row as Haunt. Drain Soul and Nightfall, basically these two swapped, right? So now, how it impacts at least my decision-making process is that now I have to choose between Deathbolt and Grimoire of Sacrifice. Shadow Embrace, I like this talent a lot. I really love maintaining a debuff on multiple targets, excuse me. But not for dungeons, right? This is not something you take for dungeons, in my opinion. So the choice for me is between Deathbolt and Grimoire of Sacrifice. And on this tier, really there is no choice for me. I mean, maybe some people might think that I don't like Shadowbolt, but I do like Shadowbolt, and I don't like the full drain playstyle. My favorite probably point where Drain Soul was a separate spell, and you would use it below 25% of the boss's health. I think it was 25 in the past, right now it's 20%. So it's not like I hate Shadowbolt or anything, and Nightfall procs quite a lot, so it could be a good thing, but like I said, I want to put out as many UAs as I can. I'm gonna leave this place with all these sounds. Oof, there's sounds everywhere. So I want to get as many shards as possible, and that's why I'm running Drain Soul. And Drain Soul does give me quite a lot of shards, because mobs die all the time. By the way, let me queue for a dungeon. Yeah, for a random heroic here. So, yeah, that's why I'm going with Drain Soul. Over here, I think Siphon Life will not give me enough time to spread out UAs, so... and also, if Corruption has to be refreshed, it also does put a bit more strain on me, and it also spends that extra soul shard every time I want to refresh it through Seed of Corruption on a trash pack. And over that, just getting 15% extra damage on Corruption is pretty good, because Corruption doesn't do as much damage as before. Maybe it got nerfed, I'm not 100% sure. And Agony does a lot more damage, but you know what, guys? I'll probably try both, and I'll let you guys know. But for now, I'm going with Absolute Corruption, just because it really does make putting out more UAs easier, both in time and soul shard resources. So over here, I'm going to go with Phantom Singularity. It does good damage. No brainer. It's instant, good damage, no soul shard cost. Vile Taint, as you can see, Vile Taint used to do almost as much damage as Phantom Singularity. Right now it does, you know, like 60% of the damage or something. Sorry, my math is crap. Yes, it is less than half the cooldown, but it has a cast time and a soul shard cost, and I don't believe it's worth it. But you guys can go ahead and try that. I'm not a big fan of this, because it basically means that I don't put out many UAs, and I think I should be doing that. So the seed's only one seed. I said it before, I don't like it. And of course, Grimoire of Sacrifice. I'm going for that trash damage. I'm going with Grimoire of Sacrifice. I could run Deathbolt, but it's going to interfere with other things for me, Deathbolt. So I'm going with Sacrifice, and of course Creeping Death. I'm going for a dot heavy build here and playstyle. So I'm going with Creeping Death. Could go Soul Conduit If you guys want, you can try that. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like Soul Conduit. And also, it's gonna increase the duration of my agony and UA. So, right, yeah. So basically, I'm not sure about UA actually. This should reduce the duration of UA by 15%, but definitely agony. I'm gonna have to refresh agonies more often. I mean, less often with Soul Conduit, and dots will not do as much damage. And I don't think it's worth it, and I think it's counterintuitive to the other parts of the playstyle that I chose. So I'm going with Sweeping Death. But anyway, guys, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to mention. And so I'll see you guys in the dungeon. Oh, guys, hopefully this dungeon is not a failure, because I failed like 7 freaking dungeons. This is really horrible. Every dungeon's been bugged, and then I had to wait for the cooldown on the queue and re-queue. But anyway, it's been a real pain. So this Moonkin here is, I already saw him, slightly less geared than me, but very, very comparable. The Hunter, is significantly better.
I'm certain we can accommodate them.
Significantly better gear than me, mostly because, actually not significantly, but he's definitely better geared. Anyway, I also didn't mention to you guys my most important like items, the trinket and weapon. I think my weapon is like a normal mode weapon. This is a horrible trinket. It does like 1% damage. It's pretty much just a stat stick for intellect. And this one is also a stat stick plus a haste buff, which is better than that one, but still it's nothing grandiose basically in my gear. But my item level is decent. So anyway, let's go through this Waycrest Manor. It's funny that I think my first video on Affliction was in a Waycrest Manor, and this was kind of the first playstyle I tried as well, where I would just put out multiple UAs, and I've gone full circle, you know, like gone through all the different builds and come back to this build in this dungeon. It's pretty funny. But this dungeon is pretty nice, I like it. So I guess it's not worth putting any dots in these little ones. I didn't realize they were little mobs. Single target damage sucks. Actually doesn't suck that much. When you have like heroism and you start with 5 shards, it's actually good. Like, no jokes. I'm not sure we need to do that, but that's fine. I mean, I don't mind. Oh, 4 shards. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Just want to start with the seed here to apply corruption to all of them. And I'm gonna keep agony on all of them as well, even though they don't take damage, but I want the stacks to be there. I'm gonna apply 3 UAs. There's gonna be a lot of dots. There's a lot of dots on all of them, so my Dark Glare should do a lot of damage. And I want to keep 10 stacks of agony on all of them. Once the damage switches to the other ones, I can already have 10 stacks up on them. There we go. See, I already have 10 stacks on her. Not sure how worth that is, but I like keeping up stacks on immune targets.
Release the iris to me, sister.
Okay, there we go.
My thorns will rip you to shreds. It is not ready yet.
Hope I don't die. Dying would be quite bad. Dying means oh, wait.
The iris, you fool. Only I can focus its power.
Dying means you don't do much damage. Whoa, does this guy have like buffs and shit? Okay, there we go.
Blackened soul, the pitch of night, lay to waste all those in sight.
Whoa.
You had your turn.
That was actually painful. I like how our shaman knows what's up. Puts down the spirit link. Oh, please, no! Sucks. Oh wait, we wiped.
The more you struggle, the more you'll bleed.
Okay, that's better. I'd rather wipe than do lowest damage. Nah, I'm kidding. I would rather not wipe, but it feels bad to do lowest damage.
The more you struggle, the more
see, now I'm highest damage.
bleed.
I guess we're not supposed to stack? I don't know that.
Now as high and spirits low, grant my thistles room to grow.
Come on, guys, you can do it. Wow, that's pretty sad.
My thorns will rip you to shreds. My roots will come from roots again.
That infinite corruption, though. Carrying these guys. Let's see the damage. Corruption. That's actually pretty stupid. It says, hold on, it's a single target fight where I had multiple agonies, which means I had more shards for UAs, and somehow corruption did more damage. What? Oh, I'm stupid. It's because I died, but corruption kept doing damage. I'm so fucking stupid. Right. Well, at least I know now. Anyway, fun start. We actually had heroism there. Wow. I thought it was a really good start. I don't see how. I don't see how. No, let me. Let me go. I don't see how I didn't do way more damage than this. Sometimes the numbers are very strange. Like that 4K was very, very strange, honestly.
I need to target something first.
What was that? Where did that go? Pretty sure there was something there for me to target. Whew. Those drain soul crits are really cool. Oh, 3K. Was that a UA then? No. The fuck was it? Max 2.4K. Max 3.7. Oh. I don't under. What did the 5K crits then? Weird. Oh, maybe this doesn't like record the fact that it does 100% increased damage. Oh, critical hits. Sorry. Fuck. I'm looking at the wrong things. Yeah, crit. There we go. 5K. Max crit 5K. Fantastic. We'll just use this first. This, that. Couple of UAs here and there. 3 UAs. Fantastic. Just what I need. Reapply agonies. Don't want those falling off. UA here and drain it. It's about to die. UAs in both of those. I like this multi-dotting playstyle. Honestly, it's so cool seeing those numbers pop up here, like everywhere, you know? It's like, yeah, it takes a while to get started, but then numbers are ticking everywhere. And some of them tick pretty hard, which is really cool. I love hard ticking dots. I don't think I've ever been on the balcony here. Oh, look at that. Shit. I'm gonna use my cooldown here. Right after I get a few more UAs out. Oh no, 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 no. I'm gonna use it as soon as I... Yes, there we go. I didn't have as many UAs as I could, but... better to use it than not to use it, you know what I mean? I think that would make me do decent damage. Yeah, so far so good. I should have set up for it earlier, but again, I don't know the packs here, like how long they're gonna survive. And that's why I was, you know, once it got to like 80%, I was like, hey, this is gonna live for a while. May as well use my cooldown. I've never been on this balcony here. But hey, now I have. Alright, what's next? Yeah, as I mentioned, this hunter is somewhat better gear than me. Probably not by much. Maybe he's like 320 or something. Maybe even less. Maybe he only likes 317. So I should be in fair competition with him pretty much. There we go. Corruption everywhere. UAs everywhere. Everything everywhere. Feels good, man. Love it. Love the UA multi-donning. Feels really good. That's not gonna hit the second guy for long, but it does a lot of damage even on single target. It's way well worth the GCD. So for some reason, every time they release a build, I feel like my damage changes, and I haven't actually seen what the build contains yet. Like it's only been released like an hour ago or two, so there's no news of it anywhere else, anywhere at all. So I don't know if there have actually been any number tweaks, but sometimes I do like really low damage. I don't know, sometimes strange, but that was fine. Like a pure single target with no cooldown, 5k is as much as I would expect, honestly. Please. Okay, there we go. Nice. No, just let me target that one. Oh, let me just sit back and relax, enjoy my silence. How much? I don't know how worth a UA is there. I love those. You see those like 2k ticks? So good. Feels good. Like 2 back-to-back 2k ticks. 2k's strong ticks for a dot, you know? Feels good. Oh. So I think it's gonna do quite a lot of damage here. Oh, that's some sort of respectable burst there. Yeah, for AoE, I mean. Affliction warlock. Not really known for their AoE, at least not on BFA, I think, but respectable, you know. Again, the druid is slightly less geared than us, but... Oh shit. Well, I'm not gonna cancel that cast. I thought there was gonna be more mobs. So I opened with a seed there. But it's okay. I mean, it's not a big loss actually, even on 2 targets to apply corruption. I mean, it's not a gargantuan loss, if you know what I mean. Oh shit. Oh no, let me get some shards, man. Oh, I got some shards, nice. That's good. I like getting shards. Shards are good. So I'm just gonna prolong my I'm gonna use another shard. Let's finish her off here. I wish I had damage text. Sorry about that. Freaking objectives crap and this. There we go. Much better. Yeah, so I could know what's doing that damage. Like, what was her 4K? Right, let's go. 1, 2. Let's see how much burst I can do for a single target. Even though I should wait. Yeah, okay, let's do that.
I need to target something first.
Unfortunate. This is when you bloodlust? Oh no. No, no, no. Beware the thorns. I swear that's a troll. It's like I'm gonna save my burst for when I bloodlust. Everyone's gonna blood burst at the start, or when the additional target comes in. Oh well, it's fine. Beware the thorns. Fire will be its undoing. The other messed up thing is that I don't really like always see if someone died in the group. I can just spam seed of. I can just spam a seed of affliction now. Seek your soul. Oh look, I roasted the top of the damage. With all those seeds. Boom! Oh! Kill the thorns? I mean, yeah, we did kill them, right? Did you get anything good? Whew! Man, I want to get some decent azeroth pieces here. Like 210 at least, right? I mean, well, it's gonna be 225 from a heroic, but not all fires were working on her. Oh, you didn't need fire. You had my shadow nasty dot damage. Oh. That is troll out of troll, like as troll as it gets.
I do not have a target.
Wait, I don't have a target. Okay, let's just drain something so I get some shards before the next pack. Oh, more maggots. Man, it's like... Oh, come on. This is a serious clusterfuck. It's like everything's so close, just let me... Wait, I have no shards? How did that happen? Oh, I'm bottom deeps? What the? Bullshit, man. Bullshit. Oh, this one. Nice. Nice, I like it. I haven't actually seen the mechanic on this boss, like... Done him like twice the normal, both times he died before the ads spawned, so I guess it'll be nice to see the mechanic on him. Oh, let me click it. Okay, good, I clicked it. So I'm gonna spam a few C's here. Put out a few agonies just to get my shard generation going. I don't know what's happening. This is such a clusterfuck. Right. I'm getting the F word out of there. I don't care if I pull shit. Safe to say that I dislike this place. Hey, at least my numbers are big and in my face. Right, let's pull this garbage. Oh shit, I need to hit that thing. So my seed pops. Mistakes were made. Oh man, just give me a break. Holy moly. This dungeon doesn't want to give me a break. Silenced here, freaking crappy. Alright. Let's get some shards for the boss. Let's hope I don't pull anything around there.
I require a target.
I don't care that I'm capped. I'm just gonna drain. Hey, that was not me, okay? That was not me. We all know this wasn't me. This is where I wish I had Soul Fire, Soul Flame, Soul Fire.
I need to target something first.
Alright, finally, let's kill this dude. I wonder how far into the fight he actually summons his ads and if I should wait. I guess I'm not gonna wait with Dark Glare. 1.8 million health. Let me summon health stones for these boys. Health cookies. Is our tank well geared actually? 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 3, 5, 5. Holy shit. Whoa, okay, our tank is more than full heroic geared, so I'd actually expect him to do a bunch of damage. I'm not gonna use my first shard here. I'm gonna use 3 with Dark Glare. It was a terrible thing. What happened to my agony, dude? I didn't know about these oozling things. Should probably just use them for shards, to be honest.
I require a target.
Dude, again, I did refresh my agony. You could see I targeted him and definitely pressed agony. That's the reason I targeted him.
All staff to the kitchen.
See, like now I'm refreshing agony, right? I got refreshed. Okay, good.
I must get closer.
All staff to the kitchen.
I'm gonna finish the boss, boys. I hope they're gonna finish the boss as well. And just kill him before they get anywhere. I don't even know what happens when they reach the boss. The thing is, like, he summons them and they walk towards him, so I assume that it's not a good thing for them to reach.
I am out of range.
Ow. That's kind of loud. I hope it's not too loud for you guys.
Have a target.
Let me just reduce the volume just in case. Okay, there we go.
Why not join me in the basement and marvel at death's beauty?
Help. Thank you. Help today? Thank you. Just gonna heal myself a bit. You know what I'm gonna do actually? What I'm gonna do is decrease the dialogue volume. There we go. And I can put this up a bit.
Target something first.
Sometimes my mouse just doesn't want to click on. How am I second damage? What the F? I was like AFK. Literally AFK. Well, not AFK, but not pressing any buttons. Half the freaking fight. No need to refresh agony here. Ah, those 5.7k things. Again, I'm pretty sure that's Drain Soul, but Those are Grimoire of Sacrifice hits, guys. What? That is, if nothing else, just hilarious, really. Right? Grimoire of Sacrifice is your hardest hitting, hardest critting ability. It's spell / effect, whatever it is. That's funny. To me, that's funny. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I love those crit dots, man. It's so good. Just so satisfactory. Ticking pretty fast as well, even though I don't have haste and shit. Alright, let's go. This is a long ass recording. This is the 3rd dungeon I've been in. Maybe even the 4th. If more were running M. Wouldn't be such a drag if more were running M. As in Mythic? I don't understand what M is. Am I just not in the inner circle of understanding M? I guess I'm not. Too mystical for me. Yeah, I also really can't wait to try out some Mystic dungeons. Oh, did I fuck that up? Did I fuck that up? Yeah. Well, at least I didn't fuck up the last one. Mythics seem way overtuned. What? Motherlode isn't too bad. King's Rest was a real turd. I mean, I think people have just forgotten how Mythics were in the beginning of Legion. Yeah, they were slow and nightmarish. You know, even for decent groups. Like, I was in a group of decent people and they were very slow, you know? Yeah, given the fact that we went into them with, like, you know, lowish gear. Like, we didn't grind out the best possible shit from heroics before going in. And yes, they were difficult. They took ages, right? Every pack took ages. Every pack took freaking cooldowns and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my agonies on her. 3 shards on this guy. And this and this. I don't know if well, this guy is. Oh shit. That's not such a big deal. It's only drain, so. I know as a result here, as a result of multi-dotting her and wasting those GCDs, I'm going to be doing less damage at the moment. But with the higher number of shards I get, I should even out. Especially by the end when she comes in, and she'll already have 10 stacks of agony. Wait, healed again? There, here we go. Here she comes. Here she comes, boys. Oh, give me that drain soul damage. Oh, yes. 10% buff on drain soul. Oh, shit. Wrong target for UA. Do they like share health at this point? I guess I'll just drain him. Boom. Damn, I expected to do more than that. Not gonna lie. Oh! I actually have the set now. When you trigger a cacophonous chord or harmonious chord, there's 40% to trigger the other chord. It's completely useless for me. It's bullshit. But it's an item level upgrade, what are you gonna do?
Wait, who are you?
Outlook settings. I don't use Outlook.
How can I help?
So what's up, guys? Let's go. Let's go. Go. Well, you probably didn't get any loot. What's the point of delaying the dungeon, main? Again, more awkward angles. I think I'm not gonna like this dungeon very much, guys. It is beautiful atmospherically and stuff, but all these awkward freaking angles. Yes, it's fine like this. Amazing UA right there. That's gonna get a few ticks off, it's fine. 5 shards for the next pack, let's do it. Got some UAs before we overcap on shards. Oh, I can't read. Oh no. Good thing these guys jump out and I can actually individually target them for what? Guys, come on. Okay, right now I can't individually target them for shit. Wait, there's 3? Like, oh my goodness, guys. These nameplates are... There's 4. I can't believe it. Come on. Yeah, got it. You know what the most messed up thing is? I'm going for a trip tomorrow and I need to be up. I need to wake up around 6 actually. It's fucking crazy. I can barely wake up at 8 like 30 for work every day. 8:50 sometimes. Run over potions and throw them to ads. Holy moly, what are these tactics, guys? Just give me a break. These are heroics, man. This is a mythic rating. This is an LFR. I mean, this should be LFR. Okay, maybe it shouldn't be LFR, but I'm just gonna put out 1 UA here. Just for that 10% buff. When an ad spawns, I'm gonna dot it up. Where is it? Okay, there we go. 1. Oh no, I got stunned! Please, let me use my shit. 1, 2, 3, boom.
I need to target something first.
Oh. What was the stun thing? There's a potion there. Burn the boss. Okay. That wasn't too good for me, but that was kind of strange actually.
There is nothing as strong
No comment on that, boss. Yeah, unfortunately that ad died with a couple of my agonies still UA still running on it. Because it was living for so long and then suddenly just died, you know, that was kind of strange. But anyway, that's a dungeon. Now, one thing I did want to mention is that a lot of people right now are excited about demonology, right? And I mean, there is a reason. It is overtuned. It's overtuned on single target and on AoE. It can do a lot of burst AoE, probably the most in the game, and decent sustained AoE with Hand of Gul'dan as well, and then, you know, more burst with Implosion, and it does a crap ton of single target damage. If it didn't get changed this this update, it did, I think, the most single target damage along with Arcane Mages, bursting like 25k and kind of staying steady at 25k on bosses and shit. That's just absolutely insane. In good gear, of course, in like max current gear from Mythics. And let me tell you guys, you know, I've been through many states, I've been through many betas where specs were overtuned, and actually demonology itself, I've been through at least two beta periods ever since I started being interested in betas. From around, it was Mists of Pandaria beta, first time I was interested in what's gonna be next in the game, and since then twice demonology has been extremely OP on the beta, and on release, guess what, it was unfucking playable both of those times, and this is the third time. And to be fair, it's not like I want it. I love all warlock specs, right? At the moment I slightly lean towards Affliction and Destruction, but I think you know, don't discount Affliction. It's probably going to be decent. It's probably not going to be the strongest. It's never been strong at the beginning of an expansion. I think Destruction is going to be decent, even though I think they're all going to be decent basically, you know. And well, the last boss was kind of crap, but you know, just because you're on kind of the same level as other DPS doesn't mean you're shit unplayable dead spec. Demonology being way above everything else means it's going to get tuned down, and it's going to most well likely be either on the same line as Affliction, or as practice has shown, as experience shows, it's usually below the other specs. And I think the most solid contender for good damage in dungeons is Destruction, especially on things that die quickly. Demonology is going to be good, right? As long as you keep, I can't show you guys, as long as you keep Demonic Strength, which is the extra Fellstorm you get with 400% increased damage, if you keep that, that's going to be great for fast dungeons. Slower dungeons is still going to be good. Hand of Gul'dan does damage, Implosion does damage. Destruction might be, Destruction is going to be good, Affliction is going to be good. Honestly, guys, I really feel like this is a good expansion for Warlocks. You know, it feels slower in terms of button mashing, as I said before, but there's just, everything you do, though, has a meaning, you know? Everything you do does things. It's not like you get automatic damage from 100 different sources and you're not really doing that much. Yes, you're mashing buttons, but yeah, you get so many passive effects, you know, with the artifacts and stuff. But anyway, I would just say, if you're excited about Demonology, good. The spec is going to feel the same, right? But I think the numbers are going to be a bit tuned down, if they haven't yet. And Affliction, honestly, I don't see too much wrong with the spec right now, that I see them tuning so much compared to other specs, right? Because I see other specs which need more tuning. I think Shadow Priest needs something, a bit more spice, but I don't really see them changing Affliction much. They probably might, right? There's still a while until release, and then during release they might change it as well. Number tunings obviously still gonna happen. We're seeing a lot of number tunings going on all the time. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about the current state of the Affliction Warlock, with the whole change of how I think, in my opinion, personally, I don't know if you guys agree, but I think this is the build pretty much for dungeons. You know, you can, I think what's interchangeable, you can change Absolute Corruption for Wrath and Agony. The playstyle is going to stay the same exactly. You can change Phantom Singularity for Vile Taint. The playstyle is going to stay almost the same. You're just going to get a bit less unstable afflictions. And you can change Soul Conduit for Creeping Death. Playstyle is going to be the same. It's going to be a bit slower, a bit less intense maybe, especially if you pick Soul Conduit and Absolute Corruption. You really could pick Soul Conduit and Siphon Life at that point, really. Or, I mean, Writhe and Agony. Again, it's up to you. Honestly, Writhe and Agony is not so bad. You saw there in the dungeon that ads lived for quite a long time. Most of the time, I was having to refresh Agony not just once, but several times, on even on trash packs, on most trash packs, right? And that means Writhe and Agony would totally be worth it, as long as it doesn't make you suffer by making you refresh your corruptions with Seed of Corruption. And I think it's not so bad, honestly. I might try this. I think I would try this in the future, going with Writhe and Agony. But I don't think I would try Soul Conduit. I just love Creeping Death too much. I don't know if you... the sound of it, the look of it, even the middle position of it, and obviously its effect. I just love it. But yeah. And Dark Soul Misery, I'm just not that excited by it. I love cooldowns. I always loved cooldowns. I love cooldowns because you can line them up, because cooldowns differentiate, are a big part, or at least in the past, cooldowns were the thing that differentiated you from other players. It's like you tracking your buffs and stuff, and then using your cooldowns lined up with your buffs. Or nowadays, it's not that important anymore, or not important, but more like it's not that emphasized. Cooldowns are not that emphasized. Using your resources, usage of resources are more emphasized, I think. Using your resources at the right time, as you saw there, at the ad spawns, I use my shards, I save my shards for that point. I put my Unstable Afflictions on the wrong target because it died with a lot of UAs running on it. But that was the idea, using my resources, summoning my Dark Glare with a lot of dots up so it gets a lot of damage bonus. Yeah, so cooldowns right now don't excite me that much, especially when 2 minutes feels like such a long time nowadays, but it might see its niche, I guess. So yeah, I'd like to just look at the damage breakdown. I'm gonna, hopefully this works. Yeah, okay, I have all of the, almost, well, like a lot of the data here. So we can see that here, corruption, right? Again, with absolute corruption, corruption is going to do damage, and that's the second main point of the playstyle. Playing with absolute corruption, giving you time to do many UAs and keep your agonies up, and also having that corruption do a lot of damage because it's easy to spread, right? You put it up right away with your Seed of Corruption. It's up right away, it's up forever, gives you time for those UAs. Second, UA. This is exact. I mean, it's beautiful. I love this, right? You pick a talent setup to have a certain playstyle, and you get the exact image, correlating to your playstyle on your damage breakdown, right? UA second. That's the point, right? I wanted to cast more UAs on everything. UA second. Grimoire of Sacrifice does a very nice amount of damage. You can see that max critical strike 5.7k. That's, I think, the highest Drain Soul had a 7.9k crit. I did not see that. That's freaking insane. Whew. That's crazy. I don't know how that happened, actually, because you can see that the normal hit max is 6.3k, which is just absolutely crazy. Of course, I mean, it's not as a number, right? Deathbolt can do, 30, 40, whatever k. I haven't tried it with decent gear, but this, that's a drain. It takes fast, and you have lots of other damage going on. But anyway, Dark Glare did almost nothing. I understand now that I should not try to maximize Dark Glare's damage, but instead, I understand it's a cooldown. I understand I didn't use it on cooldown, right? But this makes me see that I shouldn't try to maximize its damage by putting out lots of dots and then using it. What I should do instead is use it as an extender of my dots. I was trying to do both, but I was more thinking about giving it more 10% buffs per dot that's out. And what I should think about is just extending my UAs with it as much as possible on as many targets as possible. Or, well, as many UAs as possible, I should extend with it. So as you can see here, the trinket, 1% damage. Over most of the dungeon, it did 1% damage. Unstable Affliction was dispelled a couple of times here on the last boss, I believe. Yeah, so Phantom Singularity did good damage, right? Very, very good. You know, he did good damage. What? There's nothing I can say. It doesn't use a soul shard. It's not a cast time. It did good damage. I might try Valtained, you know, in the future. With, again, I wouldn't do it with Writhe. Maybe I'll do it with Absolute Corruption and Valtained. And Writhe and Phantom Singularity. Yeah. I think I could try those. Drain Soul, you know, everything's where it should be, honestly. I'll try Writhe, and I expect Agony to go way, way, way up there, right? But yeah, guys. So let me know what you think of Warlocks at the moment, and I thought I would. I'm gonna make my next video is gonna be probably Destruction, because I mean I love Destruction as well, and I've only made I think one Destruction video. Yeah, I just want to see what Destruction is capable of in this kind of gear, because I even haven't seen it myself. I haven't played Destruction since my first video. And I'm also thinking of leveling an Alliance character, because I play Alliance on live servers, so knowing the questing and stuff is very useful, I think. So I would like to level up an Alliance character, and I don't know yet whether I want to do a Warlock, or I also wanted to try Moonkin, because it looks kind of interesting to me. Obviously I like Shadow Priest as well. I played Shadow Priest quite a bit, but anyway, I'm gonna make more videos basically, maybe on more classes as well. So guys, stay tuned, check out my other videos if you haven't seen them yet, if you're interested in this kind of thing for Warlocks. Mostly I did some Affliction so far, and please do subscribe if you're interested in this content again, because I'm gonna be uploading more of it. And yeah, maybe even click that bell icon so you're notified of when I release new videos. But yeah guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.